Yeah, we just hang. Let's just hang. We just
Yo,
hang.
let's just. Let me turn this off. I am fixing all kind of stuff because we've been here for like a hot minute. We've been busy running around the planet doing all myriad sorts of things. How are you, Lou?
I'm doing all right today. How are you?
Good, good. It's been a lot. I'm like, world,
Yeah.
leave me the f alone. I got things to do. Last week
Can
was
we
cool.
please?
Got to hang out with Paul and Clem and Kate's, so that was always fun. Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, even I'm having to like touch everything. I'm like, is everything connected? Is everything where it's supposed to be? I don't know.
Yo, I
Because
can tell
she's
you
not.
what. Last week, when you were doing your class for the thing, dark mode is kind of dope, Lou. Dark mode was kind of
Yeah.
dope. It looked cool.
Yeah. Playing with it. I actually am in the middle of painting the wall in the back white again because I got tired of looking at the gray wall. I just tired of it. But I really am into, let's see, what color we gonna do today? Like, what did we do? Something like this. And then I had another light that is not in here, but yeah,
See,
we're playing with things.
that's the one problem with the little lights that are very flexible is you end
Hmm.
up taking them places because like I thought I had both of the lights down here. No, they're upstairs because I was doing something.
Nope.
so so I have one of the what do you call that thing? Amarin, the joints.
The big baby one.
Yeah, the bitty baby ones. Hey, what are you stuck on? My drawer's stuck. Ooh, that's not
Oh,
good.
it is in here. This one.
Yeah, the lily. The
Let's
one
see here.
problem that I do also have is the bags aren't listed. They're the same.
Yeah.
But one of mine is white and one of mine is RGBBB. So, and one of mine is white and one of mine is charcoal. So the charcoal one is RGBBB and the white one is only white. So I keep messing it up. Like,
And if you guys want the bag and the accessories, make sure when you buy it, you know it has that listed because mine was just the light and a diffuser.
I just like the,
Yeah, I didn't have the grid.
I
It's like
just
separate,
play with
but it's a
this.
good kit.
Yo, this diffuser is so good because normally without the diffuser, right? When you put one of these joints on, it's just like, yo, I just blinded the crap out of me. When you turn it on, it's really, really bright. So the diffuser will really just kind of like help with that. Get off of party lights, dog. I need you to just be white. Okay, there you go. So look, this it doesn't seem like it'll make that big a difference, but let me show you intensity. Let's get the intensity down to like okay, that's just regular with the grid on. As soon as I take this off, bam, that's bright. Put it on, just chills it out just enough. And then you put this on, boom. Man, this is really clutch. Like it. We took these to Mexico. It was kind of incredible. Anyway, stop playing with this stuff. We got stuff to do. You over here goofing off?
We actually very useful last night. My sister was having like a little dinner out in her patio and she doesn't have her lights up yet. And I was like, I have a light for that. And I took the little Amran and plugged it in the corner, faced it up against the white fence,
Nice.
and it was a vibe.
Oh yes, reflecting it off of the white fence. Yes. What? Happy birthday, Jezebel. She is still a
The
baby though.
baby.
I have socks older than you. Don't trip. Paul has all kind of things older than you. Paul has things older than me, so there's that. Don't trip, Des. I know how it is when you get like 35, you start thinking, "Oh my God, I'm done." Yo, I was barely getting started. Look at that. The highlights is due to her, right? It looks good. I really like it.
I was like, it's kind of cool because like I can't dye my hair this color without really damaging it. I've tried,
Me neither.
but I can light it.
What I'm gonna do with a purple scalp?
Well,
That looks really good.
I was seeing stuff about how Steve Harvey was wearing a wig. I just
What?
the internet's crazy right now.
How's
I
he
just was
wear
like
a
up
wig?
late
Steve
last
Harvey is
night, like
bald.
not now, like when he was younger,
Oh,
like that when he was getting started, he was already
yo, as
receding,
soon
so
as
he
it
wore a
went from
wig.
here to here, I was like, let's go. All of it off. Prior to
It's a
that,
vibe.
prior to that, I had braids and I used the one samurai top knot I used to do. And I'm like, nope. K-Walk said, do you need a certain amount of subs to create a trailer for a live stream? That I do not know because by the time live streaming came out, I was already past like 2 or 3 thousand. If there is a number, it's probably 500 or 1,000, just knowing how YouTube does. But here's what you do. Uh, Go to my video from yesterday, go to Google, click on AI mode, paste that exact same question in verbatim, and then see what it says. That is the new cheat code. It is so good. Have you played with Google AI mode yet?
I just like go to Gemini more often than I
Same thing.
thought I
The
did.
same
So
thing.
then when it changed, I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay, we're already doing this. I was like,
that's
y'all are behind.
funny. I've been going to this more than I thought I did. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, well, technically, we're supposed to record today, but then it also seems like I haven't seen Mary Lou in like a month, which is weird for us. Absolutely weird.
Yeah.
Um,
But
yeah,
life's been happening. Like life has been happening.
it has been happening. So, what is the good parts? We'll skip the bad parts. What is the good parts that's
Yeah.
been going down so far?
Good parts has been like getting my sister's apartments situated. So I basically was project managing her construction because
You're
when
such
you're
a project
renting,
manager.
right? I had to because it was like if it doesn't get done because she was staying in my office, like she was living in this room. That's why this room is still not back to normal. Like there's paint cans and plastic and furniture's everywhere and most of it's in the living room, but this frame is good and that's all that I need.
Thank you. Thank
We're
you.
gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. So that was like it was urgent for me because I also part of my space was compromised as well. So it was great because they redid all of her floors. There was like some crazy smell, and we're like, is it in the floors? Is it in the walls? It's just an old apartment. So they ended up redoing all the floors, taking out these ugly cabinets, painting everything. That new concrete happened. I don't know, but I'm the kind that's like, well, let me just make sure everybody's happy, make sure everybody has donuts, make sure everybody still wants to come back tomorrow so we can get this moving
Smart.
along. That's,
Not enough people do that,
you
but
know,
that's how we do it here in Hawaii too. Super
no.
smart. Yeah.
Yeah. You take care of the people and
They
then they
take
were
care of
like
you.
willing to really
Yeah.
get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
not in like a
crazy.
selfish like or manipulative way, just
No.
like let's work together. And they also were really surprised because I was just willing to pick up furniture and move it and they're like, "It's okay, we'll do it." I was like, "It's fine, I got it." Cuz I'm from production. Like we got to
Just
move
got to get
things.
it
Like it's
done.
got to
Yeah.
move. Let's go. Let's
Y'all
just
got to
do it.
move.
Uh, yeah. And then did the leap last week was so much fun. And I like lots of people telling me how cracked up they were at me just grabbing cameras left and right, which I was like, oh wow, I think I have a problem.
You mean I did a count the other day messing around with JP and Brandon, and they were like, "Is it over 15?" And once I got to 18, I stopped counting. But I know I have more. Like I'm like, okay, this is.
Yes.
I mean, sitting on my desk right now without moving from this area, there's one right there above. There's this one, and then here's the next one, right? And then a next one, and then of course we're counting this, and then
Hmm.
the I can't actually reach it, but it's right there. The Osmo Pocket 3. I would knock something over if I try to grab it, and then the Osmo Action 5, and that's not even going to the drawer. Let's just like what is right here in front of me, and yeah,
Yeah.
it gets kind of dumb. Um,
Like what you could tell we're into something, you know?
yeah, and this is why like I get I've been really pushing back on reclaiming some of the things that folks put on me. And Katie laughs at me now because I am so anti, oh, I got gas, or Doc made me do this, or no, I didn't. You're a grown up.
Uh-huh.
You did
No.
whatever the hell you were
Right.
supposed to do. Because if I told you to come over here and pay my taxes, a dime against
Not
fat
doing that.
boys, you are not coming over here and handing me a check for 38 G's. You're just not. I know what it is because I paid it, but you ain't coming over. You know what I'm saying? So how is it that I'm responsible for you buying a Rodecaster Pro, but you're not going to come over here and pay my taxes for me? It's funny how that
Oh my
works,
gosh.
right?
It's so yeah, exciting stuff with the so now because I got all jazzed up about Dez's place getting fixed up, then I was like, great, let me fix up this office because like the flow is just off. It's just been off. It's been feeling off. And then even Will with his studio, he's like, yeah, let me fix mine too. And he's been getting more into his recording. He's going to start learning Logic. He's upgrading his computer, all of this kind of stuff, so he can be recording his music. And I was like, "You want to put the Rodecaster in your station?" Because like I got one input.
Yeah,
Do I do?
yeah.
I'm fine. I plug it into the USB into the computer, and I the Rodecaster's fun, but this microphone's like so killer straight into the computer is the easiest most direct way for me, but he's plugging in the guitar, vocals, drums, the computer, I don't know what else, spaceships, who knows where it can go, but at least he has the option. So Will's gonna start playing with the Rodecaster.
See, that's dope. You know what? I am still seeing, and I really don't know how. I mean, I guess I can't fix it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to try. I'm one of those weird people that will still try. I am still seeing people who are, hey fam, I'm brand new to Ecamm. I'm trying to figure out how to get my everything set up, and I need to know what to do to how to organize these 30 scenes.
Why you have 30 scenes?
Thank you. You just said you brand new. What you doing with 30 scenes? I'm not. I'm brand old. I got five.
Yeah, I was like, five is like on the
Five is
high end,
stretching
right?
it. Like five is stretching it. Like what are you
Because you
doing,
got like
son?
two for backup. Really, you just need like your
I
three.
don't even need all of them, right? Technically, what we don't even use them, but they're different backup. I got a me, I got a Lou, I got the show main, I got a Paul just in case, a browser tab, and then a Notion tab. Like, and then that's it. That's the whole shooting match. Like, what the exact flex are we doing with 30 scenes when you just said you brand new? And then Kathy, tell him again. I don't think I can manage 30 scenes. Nor can they. Cause that's what they asking about in the group. I'm like, what are you trying to do? Like, is it necessary? Why we gotta give Paul a heads up? What was Paul doing? Were you doing something weird? Here, let's see. Let's go to Paul Cam. No, he
Oh,
just
he's
look. Did you?
doing
He
Paul.
just
He's
standing
always
there. He just
delightful.
standing there looking like Paul. It's weird because I see them in real life every day for the last week and a half. It's really weird to just
Yes.
see
Okay. So tell
see
me
him
about the
over
trip.
there, bro. Listen, okay, Nee, I'm gonna say Jesus wants you to have one bomba clot scene. Jesus wants you to put the camera on the pastor and then have an overlay for the scripture. Jesus don't need to see shit else. I'm sorry. All of that noise is the pastor's ego trying to outflex somebody else. Because honestly, Jesus don't even need to see the pastor. All you need is the scripture so that old people in the back can know Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is set on. I only know that because of Pulp Fiction and it's not even real. Yo, I'm sorry, bruh. I am sorry. Y'all be tripping. Most of the people in our church streams too, all of the content stuff I see, which cracks me up as a heathen, is it's all egocentric. And I'm like, it ain't that long since I left the church. And as far as I remember, ego was one of the things you ain't supposed to do. Mm. How do you put on a face filter so that I can blur my face because of my cracks? My answer, go what God gave you. Ooh, they hate it. They hate it when I say that.
Ooh.
right? If you're the pastor with crooked teeth, then you preach with crooked teeth. You do not go get braces. If you Joel Osteen with 7 pounds of makeup on, are we really preaching the word of the gospel? Or are we preaching the word of Joel Osteen? Yeah, bitch. They're going to hate me. I don't care. I'm a heathen. I am a proud heathen. It's just funny, bro. It's just funny. It's just
Oh
super
my
funny. I'm like,
goodness.
y'all come out the gate. What is the word? It's not the word. I'm saying it wrong. Why my brain can't think of this word? It's not that you're lying. You come out the gate hypocritical. I'm trying to look as cute as possible while I'm trying to tell people. Or here's the other my favorite for the church folks. I don't care if y'all hate me because I don't give a damn. Um, I I I want to make sure that I learn how to feel good on camera. I need to get comfortable. I'm scared to be on camera. Oh, so what are you doing Sundays? Well, I run a church service. Oh, would that service happen to be about faith? Yes. Well, how did you have faith that you can just turn the camera on and start talking then? Yeah, bitch.
It's not really any
Believe.
different than standing in front of a bunch of people and talking.
Exactly. Bruh.
Oh,
I always look at it too as like if we're not allowed to be who we weren't actually born to be, the way we were supposed to be, and all this stuff, then Botox and all that stuff should be out the window too. I mean,
100%.
makeup, you shouldn't be, you're not quote your true self the way you came into the world.
She said testifying and test the lying. I'm sorry, dude. People are gonna see. I'm gonna get all kind of dislikes on the stream, and I don't give a flip. It's just,
listen, we haven't been together in forever, so
it's.
Doc's at
It's a
max Doc.
it's a testy day.
Wait a minute.
The
Oh yeah,
balance is
yeah.
off.
Because Louise, her name is not Louise. Her name is Lou. Louise is the dude I was talking to a couple minutes ago. Because you're right. I have had nobody to press it down. I have been completely. You know when you open the thing and all of the snakes jump out, the can of nuts. Like Lou is trying to stuff them bitches back in the can. Like, come on, get back in there,
Oh my goodness.
dude.
He's like, I haven't changed the Doc pop in a while. I'm gonna change this back to pink so
I
we
remember
can
when those
be
can of
across the
nuts things
board.
became popular and everybody started to figure it out. My friend remade it with like peanut butter jar and then put the snakes inside the jar and then made it like heavy, like the whole 9 yards, because everybody knew what the can of snakes was, right? He just knew it. So he completely made the label. Everything was perfect. Had it sitting on the shelf. People would always come in and open it, like, "Why do you have this thing of peanut butter?" Blah, snakes all over the face. I was like, "Bro, it's so good." The other one that was hella dumb. Oh, you want a piece of gum? And the thing would like snap your finger. Remember that? The little stupid prank. It was like a pack of double mint, and then you had to. The other one was so corny. You had to put it like inside, carefully inside a real Wrigley's pack, and then you put a little glue so it stays in there and it looked more real. Have you seen these before, Lou?
I
Oh,
have
you're too
not.
young. You're too
Mm-mm.
young. Kathy would know what it is. Aubrey probably wouldn't know what it is.
Oh
Blind
my
Seven,
gosh. I
how
miss
are you?
doing this, guys. I missed y'all.
Yeah, how are you? All right, so do you want to record today or you just want to chill? It's up to you.
Let's just hang out. Like
All
I
right.
need to know like what stories from the trip. I need to know what's the new gear you bought or excited about cuz I don't know amidst the crazy I still managed to acquire new things.
Amidst the crazy, I still manage here. Let's check the date here. I still manage 207 videos.
Yes, you do.
207.
That's
He
right.
is out here.
Yes. Oh, so proud of you. That's amazing.
That's crazy, right? It's really crazy.
I see them popping up and you're almost to the 20K.
Yeah, it's
You're
climbing. Like
creeping up on it.
I mean, it's what is this month? 5. It's about 5 months later than I wanted, but you know what? People in hell want
But
ice
that's not up
water.
to us, right?
Yeah, 100%. People in hell want ice water, bro. Like, get over. You know, again, I'm not trying to piss people off. I want people to know facts are facts. People still say, well, I made these videos and nobody's watching it. What's the answer? Video's not good. You think it's
Hmm.
good. The video's not good. It doesn't matter if you think it's good. I make videos that I think are good. And y'all are like, I also make videos. I want you to hear this real carefully. I make videos that I think are dog shit. And y'all are like, this is bomb. This is phenomenal. This is fantastic. And I was like, yo, just came from the dispensary on that video. Like sometimes you just don't know, bro. You just don't know. I can tell you firsthand, and everyone has done this. I come home and I open the fridge thinking falsely that I had some stuff that I didn't have. And I'm just like, well, shit. There is rice in the rice pot that's, okay, it's only 2 days old. There's a raw onion, all right, gangster. What's the protein? Look in the fridge. Got some leftover chickens or steak or bacon or sausages. All right, cool. Got some protein. Got some gochujang sauce or oyster sauce, depending if I'm going Chinese or Korean. I got some kimchi. We're going to keep it Korean today. All right, so I take the rice, smear it out onto a plate. I'm gonna just give you the Korean style because y'all slipping. Don't Eden, stay out of this. We're not doing Taiwanese today. All right. Spread the rice on the plate, crack out 2 yolks, mix the yolks into the rice, and then massage it in with your fingers, and then get it all off and just let it sit there. Then fry up the onions, slap in the protein, chop up the kimchi, throw it all in. If you don't have protein, crack a can of Spam because that's even better. Throw it all in there. And then once the onions get a little color, I'm Korean, entire tablespoon and a half of garlic, all of it. Not like, oh, my breath, F your breath. We're going Korean style today. Tablespoon and a half, sometimes 2 tablespoons of garlic. And then you just throw the rice in. Get it going. At the very end, put the whites back in. Get it going. Hit it with the gochujang, some gochugaru to make it spicy. Boom. I had nothing in the fridge. Now I'm sitting here with a glorious, glorious plate of kimchi fried rice. And if I'm feeling feisty, I'll throw a sunny side on top of it. And I'm like, I had nothing. And I created something. And every time, Eden, come on, E Boogie. If you got some cheese, throw a little cheese in there too. That's when I'm stoned, Eden. Don't tell nobody. I will definitely hit it up with some cheese. This is facts. But it's phenomenal. And then people are just like, bang, right? I was just getting ready to say, hit it with the sesame oil at the end, and we're square. I have totally come in the house, not nay ingredients whatsoever. The cool thing about kimchi, if you don't eat it enough, it kind of lasts. It's already dead. It's dead when you just bought it. So, I can literally just take
It
rice,
just
eggs, and
ages
kimchi and
better.
be done, right? Like, I create some of the best meals when I have Jack. So all you guys who are sitting on this content that you're scared to create because you don't have the lights that Mary Lou and I got, you know what's dumb? Nope. Uh-oh. Look, my brother coming through. June, I hope you didn't hear my kimchi rice recipe and have something smart to say about it, because that's not how Dad taught us, but that's how I do it. Dad taught us differently, but I do it my way. Do not tell him. I cheat. I use gochujang sauce instead of kimchi base. Yo, it's just what it is, man. It really is what it is. Sometimes you make the best things out of just what you got. Ooh, Eden, now you got me wanting Sundambur kimchi jjigae. Uh, my brother said I can show restraint. Lou, so what's your fried rice of content? Because that way to get something out of it, right? So if you got this thing and you
Oh,
gotta make
okay.
something, but you don't have it, what is the Mary Lou fried rice version of content?
Okay, so if we talk about the real fried rice, okay, Filipino garlic fried rice, okay, it's the leftover rice, it's garlic, and it's an egg, right? We're not doing extra, maybe a little soy sauce sometimes. So 3 things, right? We just need a camera, a way to get the audio, and a way to see our face.
I thought you said a wig. You said a way to get the audio. I heard a wig. I was like, what? She busting out a wig?
Yeah. This is not real. This is these luscious locks, really. Yeah,
My
just
cue is upside
it's the
down. I'm
phone
so sorry,
at the
Paul.
window. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Okay, Eden, I'm not by
Did you?
myself.
Are you guys all straight from the dispensary today too?
No, I just waked up. I didn't even not the wake and bake either. I legit no.
Not the wake and bake,
I
just the
had flow
waked.
this morning, but I'm still on East Coast time, so I'm a little messed up because I just got home.
I thought
Oh
you
my
were asking if we
gosh.
were all straight today, and I was going to say, no.
No.
He's stupid. Oh my god, he's dumb. Oh my god. Anyway, stop it. Leave Mary Lou alone. Go ahead, Mary Lou.
Oh, I just put the camera on the window.
Yeah.
Just put the camera up against the window, record it. And this is always on here.
Yes. Oh my
So
god,
it's
you have
always
turned
standing. She's
Jill
always ready.
into a monster. Jill is with her
Yeah.
clip everywhere. I think she lost one and bought a next one. Like she's like, I gotta have it.
It's too
It's
good.
too good.
It's one of those things like when you first get it, right? Like you look at it, it's like $60 and you're like, I don't know, for a phone holder, like because what pop sockets are like 10, right? You're like, I don't know. But this is like some next level on ingenuity here. It's
Ingenuity.
something. Oh, it's something else that was fun I got is this light that magnets on
Oh, I
to
like that.
the thingamabob, the what are you, Action 5 Pro. Isn't that neat? Ulanzi. Yeah. Hold on. Come on.
I'm
Turn
not
on.
really stuck.
We got a little power.
Oh my god. I'm not buying
Isn't
it.
that cool?
I'm not
That's
buying it.
Doc and Thoughts.
No, I was like, bruh, I'm not gonna buy that because if I buy that, then it will get stolen.
By who?
You know how
Oh,
Jezebel steals all your stuff? Sometimes I come back
listen,
from my
I
trips and things are
have
missing from my office, and I wonder if June has been down here.
I
Oh,
have
thanks, June,
reacquired
for all the
Stacy.
shipment.
Wait, that's where Paul be hitting up June. June, go down there. He's on the plane right now, sending stuff over here to Palo Alto.
We're on the lookout for this, this, and this.
Uh,
And then I have on the way that I ordered, since I'm changing to Amran lights, is that big Amran Verve, the big
yeah,
circle
yeah, super
one,
dope.
the low
I've
profile,
wondered
like
how good it is, and I was
dome.
talking to Katie about that for this thing that we're working on. So I got a weird I have a weird product. Actually, it's kind of dope, and I thought of something. Oh, this is weird because they told me that I'm supposed to put my video out in like June, but I swear I seen some people already talking about it, so I don't want to get myself in trouble. But you've seen similar versions of this. You probably have one, Lou, from Flip. The screen you put on the back of your phone.
Yes.
This
It's like Numoa was the one who was like kind of making it,
Oh yeah, so they
but
sent
I
you
think
one.
they've done
So
better.
when we were at NAB, there was a company called Cinco. They're mostly famous for headsets for communicating on the set, and that monitor is dope, bro. So I can't. I'm not. I'm gonna check my conditions of my video before I say too much. But I know that they're already out. Okay, because I've seen other people making them. So we'll just try to print about the other ones. They are basically AirPlay. And here's what I see everybody on TikTok do. Now, maybe I don't live in TikTok long enough to notice anybody else do it differently, but what people on TikTok do is slap it onto the back of their phone with the MagSafe, kind of like this Wale, right? They just stick it there, and then there's a little screen, and then they're talking. I'm like, it's AirPlay, dog. Put the phone over here. Take this off the
I think
back of the
about that
phone
every time.
and walk across the room. Set yourself up. Like
Yeah.
you could do more than just look at it stuck to the back of the phone, son. Like
Now,
I
okay,
would
so
come
my
up with
issue
cool
with this
tricks.
though,
Yes.
I want to know how good it works now because I will say the generation I had was like a first version of this. It just the lag was forever. So I understand why people didn't want to stay far away. But if it's improved, then let's go.
The lag is good. Let's see. I see. Mary Lou got me repeating words that ain't real. The latency
Latency.
is
Oh, I didn't
fine.
know. I hadn't learned this one yet.
Is fine. Lag is a term that shitty gamers made up because they can't shoot. They blame the internet for why they can't hit something. But those of us that can WASD, WASD,
Ah.
like a boss Call of Duty, we don't use the word lag. um, yeah, see, so Rich, it's funny because the one that I'm supposed to be making a video for, it came as soon as I got home, and yeah, I'm gonna make a video about it. I just don't know when I'm supposed to release the video, but I'll show you the front because they all look the same from the front. This one has some different things from the side that make it different, so I won't get in any trouble for showing you that. I'm assuming because they just all look
Is
the
it
same.
orderable?
That's the other part. It is
Maybe, maybe not yet.
orderable. That's why
Oh.
I'm gonna email my person and be like, yo, I
Now you
kind of
drop a friend a link real quick.
yeah, because it's orderable. The thing that blew me away about the orderable one, I never looked at these before because I always thought like, oh, it must be kind of pricey for what it is. This one is adequately priced. Like I have spent more than that with me and Paul grabbing lunch last week, and it's good.
That's
I
good.
just said I wasn't going
I'm
to say
glad that
what it
this,
is because I'm
but you
under.
didn't.
I didn't. So I'm not going to put it on the screen,
You
but
didn't.
y'all can look at the chat because you know who came through.
You sure
Right.
didn't.
I didn't say it because
Uh,
according to my email from my rep, I'm supposed to release this video on like June 10th, and I'm like, what?
it's probably just to space out content. It's not like for
This is
secret.
also
It's just
true
to space
too
out
because
content.
everybody gets mad when all of the MB Joes come out on the same day, right? And then like I
Oh,
have
this is really good.
right. Oh, so you clicked on what Ryan said instead of waiting for me to send you the link in case you buy it?
No, no, no.
You
I just
jerk.
copy paste
No,
into
you
to
jerk.
to to
That's
Google
all what it is.
just to
I
look
see
at
how
it.
it is. No, we're gonna be like that now. Just because I was busy hanging out with Paul and Caleb, you don't got to get jealous like that. We still like. I don't know, but see, Paul, I just tell you what, Paul. If I was me and I was in Boston for like almost 2 weeks, and I had a friend that lived in New York, I would have came to Boston, Eden. Actually, she just got home when we got there. I forgot.
She was so jet lagged last week when we talked. Like, leave her alone.
Oh my God. You got the fear into Cleb. It was so funny. You and Alicia put the fear into Cleb. Like we was in the office and Cleb was like, I have to shoot this video now because Alicia and Mary Lou said I was like, whoa, they got you. They got you. It was super funny, bro. I was cracking up laughing. But that video that they posted was so good. It's hilarious. I can't repeat it. It was absolutely freaking hilarious. Oh my God. It was
And we
so,
were
so
having a
good.
great time in the call with that because it was like, so Cleb had an idea and was hemming and hawing about it. And we said, film it right now. It's like, okay, I'll film it after the call. I was like, no, go get your phone. We'll chat about something else. Grab your little cameras.
Yeah. So, okay, you know
And
what
we
it
did
is?
it.
I think what it is that the reason why you can get it on Amazon and everything already is that they are, you know what? I'll tell you what it is. I don't give a damn. I think what they want to do is they want to align it up with a marketing release because we do this for Ecamm. It's no secret. Sometimes the boys will release an update, and we're like, "Yo, can you release the update when we have time to market it?" And then they're like, "Oh no, we're just gonna put it out there." So we will let it out in the wild, and people are already updating it. But we'll do like a video and release all the trainings and everything like a week later. So that way there's been time to make adjustments. So in a way they're kind of smart. They're not going to release it and then fight the shipping. They release it now. They release the shipping part is already out and flowing, and then they're going to just crank out a bunch of videos and marketing campaign when it comes out. But yeah, the thing about it, the updates are like the battery is gangster in comparison to what I've seen on the Talk before, and the latency is smooth. I'm talking like microseconds. Microseconds, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This, because that's where I had the other one. I never made any content about it or with it because it just, It wasn't there. It just wasn't there. Like I'm not trying to like break things down, but I'm not going to recommend things if they're not there. If it's not
Yeah,
it. But
I've
this
been
sounds
putting
like
that
if we
in
got
my
Doc saying,
videos. Maestro, get your butt out of the screen. The tail just popped up. Maestro like, F you, Doc. Shoot. Maestro came
He's
over
been
and was
very
like,
attentive since I got back.
Maestro's like,
"Oh,
hey,
baby.
where's Gizmo? Where my cousin them at?
Where's my cousin? She was in here. She's like on the plastic that's on the floor, like, what is this? My office is a mess."
Yo, I think I sent it to you, but I was watching the internet in the plane or something, and this other girl, her cat name is Gizmo too. And I was like, look, it's another
Oh,
Gizmo. I think I sent you the link.
baby Gizmo. I think possibly.
Don't
Oh
bite the
my gosh.
nose,
Okay.
Giz. Look, she's turning that paw right in the face.
Oh, look at the maestro. Oh, the baby.
He was like, this jerk left me and went to Massachusetts. Like, Maestro looking at the screen like, y'all see me? I'm out here. I'm famous. It's I've been just going crazy with like the content, but also the cat got socks on. That's dope, man. Um, I've been just having so much fun with all of the AI stuff recently. Like, I've been working on fine tuning my models for writing because I do want to get some written stuff out. And it was so funny. Listen, I just want you guys to hear this real closely. Me and my homie are so in tuned that even if we not talk for like a week, the last time I talked to her, I was landing in LA and I was like, sorry that, stuff came up. We're not going to get a chance to see each other, right? Because I landed down the street from her and I had an overnight two times, but she was busy doing something else, and I was like, just whatever, all good in the hood. Handle your business. We'll deal with it later. And I had been talking to Gretchen and my boys from Dillcaster and Tanya about Substack, and I was like, I just been putting it off because I just been like hella focused on YouTube, right? But I have been wanting to do some Substack because this is so crazy. But I have been bitching about GEO for about a year now. And that is the results that show up when you search. And then Google officially released AI mode. And I knew that release was coming because I had been in the beta. So I was like, yo, I haven't touched my Squarespace since last year, but I need to like get my Substack game on. So I was I had set my Substack page up and I was doing something and Mary Lou said, "Hey, can you check out my Substack because I want to test out the live function?" And I was like, "Funny you should say that. We were just talking about this in the office legit that morning. Me, Paul, Caleb, Katie, Jill, we was talking about getting Ecamm blessed up for Substack and like what we need to do in order to get it official. Too bad we don't have a partnership guy that can make these things happen." And then they just all look at me like, I was like, what? Oh, Ken said that when we went to dinner. Ken was like, we kind of need somebody like a partnership guy who can do. I was like, you got something to say, dog? Where you getting there? So I get to the telly, and then Mary Lou's like, go check out. I was like, listen, I just had flexed all my stuff. I just got it like all together. And then she was like, no, dog, you got to see the iPhone app. It's actually better. So I get in there. And then yesterday, I posted my first long form Substack. And I mean long. It's long. But if I might say so, if I say so myself, wait, that's not how Jay-Z said it. Anyway, it's kind of fire. I let people in my family read it, and they was like, "Damn, you're that smart," and I was like, um, but yeah. So this has me thinking, Mary Lou.
It
And I mean, I texted her earlier. It's a really stupid analogy, but this is just how my brain works. Sorry. At what
made sense to me
at
though.
what point do you stop post hoeing? That's what I called it because that's how my brain works. At what point do you stop post hoeing and like pick a platform and put a ring on it? And for me and
When do
YouTube,
you do it?
me and YouTube is going steady. But I realize I need to get my writing thing up. So I think I can manage Stack with what I'm doing with YouTube. It's almost like bringing in a third. That sounds really creepy, but whatever. It's not the same as, like, I don't know. I just feel like when I post on IG or TikTok or whatever, it's going through the motions, but it's not the same. It's like the nooner out of town. Like, hey, whatever. It flexed my ego for a second, but it didn't really do anything. But like, I feel like in YouTube, everybody is knows what's going on, knows the mission, understands the plan, understands the program. I just feel like the connection is there. So like, I no longer feel this could change. Let's get this straight. I no longer feel the need to go over there and have a little quickie with LinkedIn. I just don't. That bitch is fired. Instagram
Well,
is
on
like
the
if I feel like it, cool. TikTok has always been if I feel like it. But like YouTube is necessary. I must spend quality time with YouTube. We must do steaks, champagne. YouTube is the one I take to the wedding where the family can see.
yeah,
I am confessing to my previous lifestyle.
I you're showing all your cards.
I'm gonna stop snitching.
Karen's gonna be like, let's talk about a timeline. How long have you been using
All right,
Instagram?
so today's stream is over.
Okay, so Substack. The reason I was reaching out for Substack is because you can have co publication. We can have a publication together. So I started to build Creators Unstuck. I invited you. You haven't accepted to it yet. So I think you followed it, but you haven't accepted as a team member, which should have come as an email.
Oh, okay. Let
Um,
me check this. I didn't see that.
and it and then it becomes a publication that we both can contribute to, and we can sync it to the feed of the podcast,
I did see you
or the
connected
podcast
the
can start
feed.
there.
Congratulations on your first 10 views. That's not it.
Congrats.
Let's see. Chris Russo, Jim Banks, Gretchen, Tanya Smith,
Let me resend the email so it'll be at the top.
Miss May. Yo, because I just did, there's a lot. There's Mary Lou is testing
Here,
live.
refresh it.
Okay, refresh.
See if that came in.
Not yet. Yo,
Huh.
what is up?
Let's see. Let me just double check. Is this the email address?
It's DocRock at Gmail.
Okay, that's it. It's there.
I'm receiving post. Oh, here you go. I found it. I found it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Bingo. You accepted it. Make sure your profile is up to date. My profile's up to date, gangster.
Great.
What is cracking? Good to see you here.
All right.
All right, we're stacked.
Okay, so it's neat. So I can make us both admins to this publication. So it should show up in your dashboard. And I've set up, I don't know, it's interesting. It's like I'm really interested in how this Substack thing is going to play out, because they're going hard
Yeah, they're going
at
ham.
making it the all in one place.
Well, that makes sense, right? Because, and again, if you were doing what I was talking about before and you're posting everywhere, unless you with the link in bio, like it's kind of hard to aggregate all your stuff. I think one thing that everybody does, which I'm going to highly suggest against, and I've done it, so I know I suggest against it, posting the exact same thing on all four platforms, which is the idea of like playing spray.
Pray and pray.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. I just think that was crazy. And the reason why you did that, let's be honest, everybody coming close, you did that because your ego said, I need 10,000 people to see this post. So you take a short, you put it on YouTube, clock up, boom, 8 Gs, gangster. Then you post it on IG the same day, boom, another 2 Gs. Okay, you got your 10,000 people. You post it on TikTok, you get 3 people. Okay, you got your 10,003. But you were just doing that because you wanted all those numbers, which is cool, but it don't do anything. It doesn't mean jack. You can have 4 million people see your posts and not do jack. It is just a number, Aaliyah. We talked about it on the flow this morning because it happens. Every platform has a slightly different behavior. Every platform has a slightly different vibe. We could go to Steakhouse and someplace, show up in jeans and t-shirt, and you're square. But we're going to go to Peter Lugo's. Me and Paul got to put on a jacket. We got to put on a button-up collar. Paul going to wear a regular tie and wear a bow tie because I'm that dude. Right? Lou going to have to put on a dress, maybe a
I'm
pantsuit.
going to have to go shopping.
You know what I mean? We can't stroll to Peter Lugo's in shorts. This ain't going to happen. Right? When Jill and I was in Mexico, one of the restaurants at a resort, by the way, was like, you can't wear shorts. So it doesn't make the steak taste any better. This is a different platform. It's a different restaurant. This is how they want you to be. All of the platforms have a different behavior. And what I see when people just take a TikTok video and slap it on YouTube or Instagram, the dumb ones, that's the thing that makes it sad. The dumb ones do really well. And so they just think that I'm going to do that. But I think you got to give the platforms what they want, right? So even on Substack now, you can put videos on there. And I see people just taking the same video from TikTok and putting it in their Substack feed. And I'm like, bruh, you're going to mess it up again. Like, that's not what this is for. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. Rich said hard disagree. I don't know why, but Rich said hard disagree. Tell me, Rich, why?
Well, there's like a so interesting aspect on when we were talking about starting Creators Unstuck. We're like, should we have a community somewhere? Should we make it in Discord, a Facebook group, a Uscreen, whatever? I feel like Substack is where it can be because we can have a chat within the Creators Unstuck Substack, right? So if we wanted something where we were keeping in touch with the Creators Unstuck, because we have like our separate communities. So people can get a hold of us individually.
Yes.
But some of y'all might just like the alchemy together, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I can't stand neither you by yourself, but together, okay.
I represent that remark.
Like, I mean, I feel like that sometimes somebody can't stand me and they're like, but together, okay. Like with some balance, all right.
Yeah.
So that could be an option. So I don't know. You guys let us know in the chat. Would you want to be part of a Creators Unstuck chat thread, like group text? It's essentially a group text, is what it seems like.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you brought.
Then you get to hear
brought
from us
this up.
all week.
Listen, I just got to explain this. This is something that I explain to everybody. It's funny to say I got to explain this to Explanatory Life. Listen, right? Listen.
Listen,
I
Linda.
love this comment so much because the one thing you'll find about me, I don't give a flight. I will hand my email list, except for people get mad. But in theory, I would hand my email list to my competitors. If someone said like, "Oh, well, you're like," let's say I had a recipe for, let's go back to the steak, right? I had a recipe for like the bangingest ribeye. I am that dude that is so cocky. I would hand the recipe to my ribeye to my competitors and say, now try to beat me. Because I will outwork everybody. That's just how I was raised. My mama raised me right. I'm going to outwork everybody. never, never been that dude to be like, oh, I see you spend a lot of time hanging with Paul. What's going on with y'all? I have not a 0 ounce of jealousy in me, not a one, not a. Yeah, I just don't care, bro. Like I'm cocky enough to feel like I
Yeah.
outwork everybody. I think the scarcity mindset is exactly where you lose. I have an abundance mindset. I would tell it all and be like, you still can't beat me. I used to be that dude like in football. I'd be like, I'm gonna do a post pattern, okay? So I'm gonna do a skinny post. Defend me. You ain't defending it. I just, yeah, I just never. Super easy. Here you go. Neat. Let me tell you what it is. If it's unthawed, you want to leave it sit on the counter for a minimum of 2.5 hours. If it's frozen, it still works. It's a different recipe. Do not freaking salt that thing. Do not salt it at all right now. You're going to put it in the pan, and instead of olive oil or whatever, you're going to wipe Wagyu tallow all over it, and then you're going to cook it. And right when it's almost dead, you're going to do 4 minutes on one side till you get the Maillard reaction. You're going to flip it, 3 on the other, then you salt it. And you serve it with the stack of salt, pepper, and it's called kizami wasabi. It's like you chop the wasabi up, not the green. You want real one, so go to the Japanese store and put that on a plate and serve it like that. Every time people are like, damn son,
Ooh.
what is this? You know what it is. It'd be gangster.
Ooh.
That's
Next time I make steak, I'm gonna reach out again.
I'll
That
tell you.
sounds amazing.
You can get Wagyu fat at freaking Whole Foods. That's the answer. That's
Yeah.
bro. But yeah, like people,
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
understand the idea of quote quote quote. Normally the Wagyu fat we're gonna get here is Wagyushu, aka American Wagyu. But like I live in Hawaii, I can get access to the real deal. Yeah, but either one, they both work. Just beef tallow is the secret though. Instead of olive oil, everybody cooking steaks in olive oil. Cook steak in beef tallow. Done. I'll give you a link on Amazon to beef tallow right now. You can just get it.
Are you putting beef tallow on your face too? Because that's what the girlies are doing lately.
That sounds
That's
gross.
what they're doing.
That's gross. That's gross.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a different formulation that is made for skincare, but like people are swearing by it.
I am down almost 30, so yeah, no, don't blame me for that. But oh yeah, I got to do my Wegovy shot today. I almost forgot. Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Like I just don't think about competition like that. I don't know why everybody here is so afraid of what their competition is doing. You should be about co-opetition. That one I'll accept, but competition itself, I just don't understand it. There's more than enough to go around.
There's so much time and people that the energy you're putting into protecting your audience, where like, aren't we here to serve the audience? So like, if they enjoy my stuff and they enjoy your stuff, like amazing. Like
Right.
I want them to.
Yeah, if at the end of the day, you think about it, Lou and I have pretty much the same content with kind of the same mindset, but delivered differently. Hers is nice and mine is brutal. And we have people that live in both communities, and we have some people that are never coming to my side because I'm way too much for them. And then we got people who only come to my side because they need a foot straight up the hand pots. So like that, it's crazy. Like we legit are talking to the same folks, and nobody cares, bruh. That scarcity mindset is where you're losing. There are 8.4 billion people on the planet. I don't know what your math is. That's a lot of kin folks. That's a big
And you
ass
know, I'm like
cookout.
really like so impressed at like the people that we do have that crossover that come to my class and come to your class every week, but it serves them because there's 7 days in the week, there's 24 hours in a day, there's plenty of time for people to choose how they're going to spend their time. So are you really making so much content that you have to dominate their attention 24/7? Like I wouldn't want to do that. I don't even want to do that to myself. Like I don't have time for that. I need to look at something else because that's how you get your ideas expand, right? When you're in school, you're going to different teachers all day. You're doing different things all day.
Yep.
So it's all good, you know?
It says YouTube is tripping. because her lip sync is on point for me, so it'll catch up.
Latency.
Actually, no. This one is more complicated,
This
but
one's
not.
lag?
It's no.
Oh,
This is more complicated, but not
okay.
really. Okay. Everybody
Let's hear it.
put your nerd hats on. Uncle Doc is going to teach you something. RTMP protocol says, here's a bunch of packets in this hand. I need you to send them to here. So your computer, YouTube. It sends over the packets one little drip at a time, right? So the packets are going across like this. If this one falls, it gets eaten somewhere because you have like 20 something computers between you and the YouTube server. The YouTube server will keep looking for the packet. Where's the missing packet? Where's the missing packet? Where's the missing packet? And doesn't know what to do. And it never lets go. So it takes a while for enough new packets to come in to fill the one that's missing, so YouTube goes out of sync while it's looking. Netflix. You've been watching Netflix and everything is fine. The stream doesn't stop. It doesn't glitch. And all of a sudden, the words go, and the next thing you know, and it goes back to normal. You'll see every once in a while when you get a hiccup, Netflix, the audio will speed up for a split second and then it'll come back to normal. It dropped the packet. And the other side went looking for a missing packet. The newer stuff, SRT, which isn't really flushed out yet, but it's out there. SRT said, missing packet, fuck it, keep going. There's a lot more packets coming. And it just ignores the packet. But RTMP is an idiot. An hour later, RTMP is still looking for that missing packet. And so,
Where did I drop that ketchup?
yeah, it just is what it is. But 9 times out of 10, one of the servers somewhere in the 1 to 20 that you have just got behind for a second, and it'll throw that packet in late, and then YouTube will resync. So, yeah. And it's even with all of the data farms that YouTube does have, if you do a trace route from you to your stream, so the stream URL is the first URL in the YouTube backend. If you were to put that in your computer and do trace route and then put that website link, find out how many computers between you and the actual jump, and living in Hawaii in the middle of the ocean, mine is a minimum of 24. Like, I've never seen it much shorter than that. So that's why it's different. So yeah, it just happens. It's not that big a deal. Nobody cares when you're talking about what you're talking about. Tell me you don't watch
So I
foreign
have a
movies.
question maybe you have.
Go ahead.
So if there was recently put out was a podcast rankings for YouTube. It was like a chart just like ranking podcasts specifically, not channels. So then that has me thinking, and maybe you already know the answer, is YouTube like categorizing like if one channel has 3 podcasts, those are all considered separate things.
Yes.
Versus like a playlist is part of a channel.
Yes. But a
And that's
playlist
why
is
there's a
also a
separate tab for
podcast,
it.
but don't get confused with that.
Right. It's just they're like specifically on different tags, right? So or different tabs.
Yes.
There's the playlist tab, the podcast tab, even though like you should just make your playlist a podcast.
Yes.
But they're like whatever indexed differently. So if you have a channel that essentially has multiple different podcasts, those could rank differently.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And again,
so
but here's the final answer. What does that ranking mean?
Yeah, what does it mean? I'm more thinking about like if you're doing different kind of topics.
Yeah.
Right. So if like I've got one podcast that's about movie reviews and then the other podcast that's about makeup, right? Is that breaking the channel hypothetically? Or like would those be different channels, right? Because they're different audiences, but maybe they're not different audiences, right? So let's hear it.
I need to get boxing gloves, and I just have them on the desk, and I can put them on every time somebody says something crazy, and I just want to knock it the fuck out. You know what breaks the channel? Only one thing can break the channel. One. Fucked up content.
Oh, okay.
You know what doesn't break the channel? Good content. Okay, I'm all about niching, right? Because everyone says, I'm going to use a prime example that might not make sense to y'all. I'm going to try anyway. There was a time where if you were a collegiate athlete, you had to pick a sport. And then a dude named Bo Jackson was like, Nah, I don't wanna. I wanna play football. I wanna play baseball. You can't do that. Then Deion Sanders said, I wanna play football. I wanna play baseball. And then Michael Jordan said, I wanna play basketball. I want to play baseball. So there's at least three athletes that came out as like, F that noise. I'm going to do both. The funny thing was, way back in the day when, um, oh God, now my brain just went dumb on the original guy that did it. They didn't say nothing to him when he did it. He was white. But when the brothers tried to do it, everybody told him he can't do it. The reason why they were able to do it is they excelled at both. Okay, Jordan didn't excel at baseball so much, he had to come back to basketball. But the other ones, they excelled at it. Then they just had to pick which one they made more money at, honestly. But like they legit excelled at both sports. So people say, well, if you do this on your channel, you're going to break your channel. No. Yeah, see, there you go. That's what Rich just said what I said. Bo and Dion were both good at both, whereas MJ was horrible at baseball. 100% facts.
And couldn't you argue that doing the multidisciplinary sports serves whatever the main sport is that they are
100%.
like
100%.
to
You know why? Because
excel
they
in?
stayed in shape. They never really had an off season. They stayed in shape. And they were they were in levels of shape that's unhuman, right? But the thing is, there's people who do this now, who make videos about anything and everything, and their channels are perfectly fine because they're just really good at it. So I think when we do niching, we're trying to help somebody who's just starting out, trying to do too many things. They don't really have a lane, whatever. Like in their first 100 videos, maybe you don't have to make a niche. Maybe your first 100 videos, you just need to get 100 videos out. But you will find that once you find a niche, you tend to grow quicker. True story. But what happens when you have run that race of that thing you talk about? Now, as crazy as it sounds right now, I am willing to bet that Nee, Eden, Rich, Ryan, my brother June's coming no matter what, Paul, Mary Lou, Kathy, if I tomorrow said, you know what, F it, gang, I'm cooking. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all still here. And I don't say that to be cocky. I've built a relationship with these people. I have a connection with these people. These are my family. They're going to be like, let's watch him burn some shit. Let's watch him catch a stove alight. Let's watch him create a conflagration. You'll be just as interested in watching me bumble at something than you would be at watching me do something with reckless aplomb.
We also expect you to be all over the place anyway, so that's just part of you.
Thank you, right? Because I've never really hidden from my ADD or whatever. I just put it out there. Like Eden say, I'll be the sous chef, right? And honestly, if I switched to food, the channel would probably grow quicker. Just be straight up, right? He said, make some mofongo. Yo, like it probably would grow quicker. But it's just the idea that the reasons why you're not winning is something else. I'm sorry, bro. The reason why you're not winning is in between your left ear and your right ear.
I've been trying to get you out of there for a long time.
Yeah, from between your ears. I catch Paul saying stuff that like, oh, he been around me way too much. Alicia now does it. She's like, I hate you. I'm like, why? So I was talking to somebody today and I sounded just like you. But it's
Girl,
funny because
she goes into doc mode in our group and she's like, "Don't make me do this again. I hate it when y'all do this to me. You put me in doc mode." I was like,
I love it. 18. Thank you. No, it just means that it's working, fam. It just means that it's working. And I know it's a hard pill to take. I know it's a hard swallow. But sometimes we have to ask ourselves, am I the problem? And I don't mean that in self loathing or putting yourself down or whatever. It's just like maybe I'm not there yet. And so there was I think Terrell Owens started it, but there was a thing a little bit ago called Act Your Wage, because Terrell Owens was outing influencer who would act like they have all of this money and stuff and they didn't have it. And so he would go in. He said, "My left and right ears, the wife is in the middle." Um, but I really believe that content creators need to act their skill level. That's not the right. I don't know how to make it sound prettier, but like if you are a novice level creator, then create at that level. Don't try to do Scorsese like productions when you just ain't there yet. I could never, to this day, I could never film like my dad. He was a bad mofo. He could just come over to create. Pops could shoot flowers, and you staring at it like. So Jude and I used to have this joke, because people would come in to the Sony store talking about the Canon GL1 and the Canon GL2 is this, that, and the next thing, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I can give Dad this high 8, which was like a $400 camera, and send him out there to go shoot flowers. And I can give you the Sony like high end camera we had, the Cine Alta, and send you out there to shoot bikinis. And more people will watch his video than would watch you showing tetas, because he knew what he was doing. So not the equipment, it's the knowledge, it's the skill, it's how to do it. So let's work in our skill range, and yeah, always be improving. But like, stop trying to act like you Scorsese when you're scored cheesy. I'm sorry, I'm just being mean.
that went in a different place than what I was asking for, but the message needed to be told.
What were you asking for? You know how my brain works.
Yeah, no, but it was good. And it's because we haven't been on for so long, it's like just so interesting. Because it's like, yes, it's all true. It's all true. We always come back to the just wanting y'all to get things done. And so me asking about the multiple podcast things was me like kind of unstucking myself, because I was thinking back. I remembered when I was first starting a blog, is like I had to be like 2012 or something. I was like trying to build Sassy Survival Guide.
I like
And
that
it
name.
was like, it's wellness, it's skincare, it's adventure, it's this and that. But like I just would keep trying to talk myself out of it. And then I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I am still like however many years later, still trying to talk myself out of that. So what if I just
Why are you trying to talk yourself out
let
of it? I just
loose?
want to know.
I don't know. It was like the built-in bias, the fear, the what if I actually just let loose? How could it go? Like I'm aware that it's not logical, right? And it's like this is where like I really do love AI, because like it will hurt my feelings, because I can look at everybody else and be like, yeah, you need to just stop doing this thing. But I'm like, can you tell me what I need to stop doing? And it's like, girl, you're spinning your wheels too hard, right? But I think about when I was thriving the most as a creator was when I was working with the podcast studio, and I was doing a different show every day of the week. I was on a different show every day of the week, but I was thriving and my brain was always on. Like the sports people doing different sports. I was just on. So it was like if it wasn't the podcast day, it was an acting class day, or it was an improv class day, or it was an improv show, or like every day action is happening. And I feel like that's when I was thriving the most. So why? I would love to know why. Why do I try to talk myself out of that? I don't know. Is that relevant, or do I just shelf that? you know?
I think the reason why it keeps appearing itself. Don't ask me how to
Mm-hmm.
speak English, okay? The reason why it keeps coming up is you want to do it. It's still in there. So how can you find a way to release that so you're not squelching it? It's it's almost it's kind of hard to think about. Like I don't know what it was, but for the longest time in the last couple of months, I have this one persistent zit that pops out of my nose every once in a while. I have no idea why. It just comes out. It won't go away. It won't stop. Whatever. It's just become a thing. So now I just wait for it to come. I'm like, how the hell do I'm pushing 60? I got a damn zit that just won't quit. So you need to get it out some way, shape, or form. That's it. So if you can find a way to integrate it into your content like a smoothie, or release it somewhere else like Substack. That's what's
Mm-hmm.
interesting about Stack. You know, you can release it somewhere else. I think it's dope because in shorts you can do whatever you want, and now they can be
Yes.
3 minutes, so they're not really that short. So I think that's the release right there. Is just let it out, like let it out, and then as you let it out, though, what happen is you start to find parts of your main thing that need to reclaim some of that and add it in. And it could be an additional pillar to what you're already talking about. Because it's obviously you, it's bothering you. That part is crazy. I want to show
Mm-hmm.
you guys something real quick because I seen the chat come by and then I'm looking at these numbers and I'm just, Mary Lou is allergic to Paul. This is crazy. So, Plant Base has been doing a full AI channel because listening to us. And I just watched this first video real quick. And yeah, it's just B roll and then happy kin folks and then words. And here's a video 3 weeks ago, 5,000 views and climbering. Like didn't stop. Like it's just hit the Jesus. Now it's going. And this video is cooking. And it's all AI. Which is funny because I just made a video yesterday about quote unquote AI slop. It's only slop as if it's crappy. It's the same thing as regular videos, bro. It's only slop. Everyone's like, what about AI slop is going to ruin the. No, it's not. Good videos will crank on YouTube. Shitty videos will not. This obviously, I didn't hear the words yet because I don't want to mess up the stream. But it's obviously good enough that people are watching it. The only thing that kills me on AI is that one voice that me and Paul know so well. That voice just makes me want to hurt somebody. And that person is probably using a free version of 11 Labs or wherever they're getting the voice from because that's the most prominent voice. So that's how you know it's the free one. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that because now I'm gonna go listen to some more and see what it's all about. Even though I really love meat, so that's not happening. Um, um, all of my thumbnails are just me AI. I still write the rest, but I've been coming up with some of the world's craziest nails lately. Like this yesterday joint. I have been coming up with some crazy nails. They're all basically me or some facsimile thereof. But yeah, I've been doing this one was the most hilarious one. You got to know that one was just crazy.
We can't see the skirt.
What?
I said we can't see the skirt
This
in the
thumbnail is just
that.
two old dudes.
Just,
That one don't count. Then I shouldn't have made this one because this one the Celtics lost the next day, bitches. Um, yeah, I just all my thumbnails
shouldn't
now have just been all about using the AI and going to town, just having a good time, just having fun with it. You know, like if creating ain't fun, then quit. all I listen to now is AI songs. I was going to ask you something, Mary Lou, because you are one of the most prolific creators I know. I won't say out there, just I know. Um,
Just that I show up a lot.
yeah. That and I love that. Like, it's cool. Like, it's weird because we've been busy. Like, legit, it's been about 3, maybe 4 weeks since we had a chance to like actually work together, talk story, whatever. But I feel like I ain't missing a beat because I just know what's going on. Just because you're out here posting, you're doing the good work, right? This conversation comes up all the time. There, people are asking in Leap last week, when are you spamming your channel or creating too much or going to get on their nerves, right? Cleb always asks, oh, they're going to get mad at us because we're sending too many emails. And I'm like, F that person. That's just me. I mean like that. I'm like, F that person. That person ain't really about this life. Because I guarantee you, they're not saying that to Best Buy. Best Buy sends 3 emails a day. And I kind of want to say they get on my nerves. But every time I'm about to be mad at them, I catch something on sale. When these Samsungs go on sale, I'm always so glad. That is so small, y'all can't see this. This is Samsung Pro Ultimate 512. When these go on sale for $40 in Best Buy, am I glad that Best Buy sends me 3 emails a day? Hell yes, because otherwise they cost 70. You know what I'm saying? When I get Hawaiian Airlines sends me 3, 4 emails a day, but when I catch the one that says book your next flight to LA for $215, that's a $400 savings. Click, chop chop chop. Lou, Will, we finna go. I'm on the way. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go.
Like, it's funny, right? Everybody hates marketing emails except for the shit you want to buy. So what lies are we telling? Like, do you think you can create too much?
No.
Me neither.
If it's too much for someone, then they'll disappear, right? It's fine. I have unsubscribed and resubscribed to emails and channels often, right? There's definitely times like, oh, like Gary V, for an example, posts all the time. And sometimes Uncle Gary will get on my nerves. And so I'll mute the channel, whatever. But like that's only like once a decade. I don't know. It's like once in a while where you're like, you're just not trying to hear this. But then I always am like, what's Uncle Gary doing? Let me go find, I need to get yelled at again in a different way. So no, I don't think so. And something that's been coming up a lot uh in like friends who are wanting to start podcasts and starting to start channels and things like that. I was like, people don't even need to see that they don't even need to watch the episode. They just need to see that you do it. So you might see me all the time. Are you watching every single piece of thing I put out there? No, it doesn't matter though. Like you watch every, like, I don't know, whenever we were watching some kind of show that was happening every day of the week, right? Like the Tonight Show. Some people are going to watch it every single night. Some people are not, but it still shows up. It's reliable. And you're like, yeah, maybe this is the one I need to see.
I love Letterman. Thought it was like the funniest shit on TV back in the day. But there are definitely times where I'm busy. I might not watch Letterman for a month because I'm doing shows back to back to back to back, or the club is popping, it's spring break, whatever. But as soon as it died down, I went back to watching Letterman. But you know what was dope? I knew Monday through Friday, 11 p.m., Letterman was there. And then Spectrum called one day and was like, we got this thing called the DVR. What that is, you can just record Letterman and watch it when you feel like it. Shit, send me 2. Send me 2. So that's the equivalent, or TiVo, DVR, of your subscribers. They're saying can't miss none of it. But I really do want you to understand, especially those of you, this is hard. I know this is hard. The industry is still stuck on subscribers. The people are not. I saw people at NAB that said, I watch all of your videos. And I was like, really? I didn't know this. Why? They never comment. And because of one of the tools, TubeBuddy or vidIQ, I can see who's subscribed to the channel. They're not in the list, but they watch every video because they came to the internet. They're an older person, but came to the internet after the subscriber mentality. So although we say like and subscribe, Stephen Bartlett, whose channel is probably at like 3 million. Let me check real quick. DOAC. Boom. Doke. Click the button. 10.5 million subscribers. I want you to hear this ever so clearly. Look. Boom. There you go. Nee said it. Nee is here. Nee watches the content, not subscribed. Doesn't offend me at all. Because I want you to watch the content. I do this so that you can learn so you can do what you got to do. So that you can get people to follow your program. Right? Oh yeah, I forgot. Nee was in Korea for a little bit. So you saw my brother popping his head up in here. So we had that conversation. Like, why do you, yeah, that's my brother, June's my brother. All right, anyway. Steven says in his videos, according to our stats, over 90% of you watch these videos and aren't subscribed. Steven has 10.5, I say at 4. See how off I was? 10.5 million subscribers. And 90% of the people who watch his videos ain't subscribed. And y'all are out here tripping about subscribers. Like, I know the industry are broken because you think you got to have subscribers to get product. You don't. You think you got to have subscribers to get paid. You don't. The subscriber mentality is gone. My brother just says right here, I have to admit, I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people I don't subscribe to. It's really hard to say this. I probably do too. I probably have people that I watch all the time and not subscribed. And I'm tripping sometimes when I go to their page. And I'm talking to them on the screen. I go to their page. I'm not subscribed. But the algo feeds me their joints every day. And I will show them the watch history. I legit watch all of it. It just happens. That mentality is kind of sort of somewhat gone. So it doesn't matter. I know that I'm hitting way more people than the 20,000. And then Paul Sr. up there, working in the background with the camera off, be like, you should have more subscribers. You know, I don't know what I should. I don't deserve anything. I will earn every view.
But
My
a lot of
yesterday's
people
video
mistake.
probably didn't earn no views, but I had to say it because it was on my chest. So I just do that every once in a while. I'll put out fire, fire, fire. This one's for me. I'm going to say what's on my chest. Go ahead, P.
A lot of people make the mistake. I watch so many channels where in the first 30 seconds, they're telling me to like and subscribe their channel. It's like, you haven't given me anything. You haven't, I don't know who you are. Why do I want to like and subscribe? There's a guy that has a very successful YouTube channel that I was talking to, and he did that. Within less than a minute, he was asking people to like and subscribe. And we were talking, and he says, I'm not getting people on, to subscribe and stuff. And I said, change where you put that. Do it later, and after you presented some content and stuff. His subscription rate has gone up. And I said, I listen to channels. If you're begging me at the beginning, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, that
I'm not
just
going to
feels
subscribe.
weird. It's this gonna sound really crass, people, but you know how my brain works. Hey, what's your name is? Stacy? Stacy, you wanna fuck? Excuse me, bouncer? Call the police. Like, it's just a weird flex, bro. That's exactly what you sound like. I'm sorry. I worked at a nightclub. I heard these conversations. So it's a very,
Yep.
very weird flex. It is a very, very weird flex. So, Rich, like I said, the industry is still broken because the industry's behavior does not match the platform's behavior. Yes, YouTube requires you to have certain things to unlock some certain features. And yes, some brands are still very much stuck on like how many subs you have because that's a false thing. But it's slowly changing because the new algo actually rewards smaller creators, and I only mean smaller by means of subs. I get so many people with like 100 subs show up in my algo right now with fire content. I showed you guys an example a little bit ago. Nephew just started making these videos and they're good. I'm just like, son. I emailed him and I was like, bro, what you're doing is fantastic. I know you're just kicking it, but keep doing that. Don't change anything. You will blow up. And then I just been keeping in touch with him because it just like, yo, it just happens. So unfortunately, yes, some parts of the industry are still broken. They will catch up or they won't. And the ones that don't, they just going to get left. You know what I mean? But it really doesn't matter anymore. The interest graph is gone. The subscriber graph is gone. It's all about sorry, not the interest graph. The popularity graph is over. It's all about interest base at this point. So if you can keep their interest, you're squared away. It goes on at the end nowadays. I completely dumped. Yeah, no intros, 100%. No midsection. This is me too, Paul. You know me. Like, I put it at the end. I get a lot more views than subs, yes. And then I agree with this too. Short videos have been phenomenal in general for the channel. Like, it just is what it is. We're in a weird space right now. The platforms are trying to refigure out what their people want. And at the end of the day, viewers just want good content. And everyone's like, well, there's so much like crappy AI videos. Yeah, I skip past them. When I catch it, Gesundheit. No, you're muted, so you're good. I skip past them. I don't know when you hear that voice, Paul. What do you do?
I click away. 90% of the time, I just click away.
Yeah, I think now you need 3 seconds for a view. So what those AI videos should do is don't say shit for the first 3 seconds and do a bunch of like quick, fast moving B-roll. I should not give them the blueprint. Never mind. Take it back.
There's also like a couple of specific songs when they come up. I just can't.
Go.
It's like I
Yeah.
just can't. There's like maybe like three
There's
that
three.
I'm like when I hear that one I'm like, ugh,
There's
forget
three
it.
right now
Yep.
that I'm over. And listen, I am sorry, Dochi. I love you. You are the greatest thing since you are the modern day Wu-Tang. If somebody's watching, I just want to throw the phone across the street.
They went too hard with it. People went too hard with it.
I want to throw the phone across the street. The other one is, when did you guys discover Mimi Matsubara? She been my friend for a long time. I've been on City Pop for eons. Now everybody is playing Mimi Matsubara. You know the Japanese like pop song? That song's old as dirt, by the way. But all of a sudden, that song is like, bruh, I just flick away. And I can't do the voice right now, but if I could open Flip, I could be 3 videos in before I get. So, you want to know how to save money by switching to Geico? Listen, all you need to do is these 3 things. And I'm like, bruh, God, oh my God.
Yeah. I ain't even open Flip lately. I got an email. They were like, "You're not posting every day." I was like, "I'll post when I post."
Yeah,
It's trashed over here right now, so I'm not interested.
yeah, it's so crazy. It's that voice, and then I don't know why he's so popular on Flip. There's a British dude. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What is that? Oh, no,
Oh,
I can't.
yes.
It's like a reaction thing.
Yeah, he's just in the
Yes.
corner, and
Yep.
Oh, I'm like, bro, you're reacting to an AI deepfake. First of all, let's start there. Second of all, if I swear, if I was in the UK and I seen him at the Tesco, I might slap a bitch. It gets on my nerves. So yeah, that was my thing about when where I was talking about like dating the platforms. Flip would have been cool, but the minute they say that Hawaii's not in the United States, they crushed my soul. I made videos 30 days straight, and I was like liking it. It was fun. It was interesting. There was all of a sudden the flood of just take a TikTok video and like remove the logo and put it there, and then there was the flood of just the AI slop, as you would call it. That's really terrible. And this person is a genius. Look at them tie their shoes this way. What? Yeah, they're on YouTube. They're there, but I just swipe past them. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
The other one that
But
gets me is these videos that they kind of like take you through this whole little thing, and at the very and it only got 2 likes, and it's like,
Oh,
uh,
yes. I can give you. I can almost give you the thing verbatim. You know what really makes me sad right now when content creators are putting all their heart and soul and effort into these videos and it only gets a couple likes. I'm like, that audio gets on my nerves, bro. I'm just only doing this because I want people to subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Or I'm gonna do this something if this video doesn't get 200 likes. I'm like, those are just terrible.
those are the channels I block. Like, that channel may do something fantastic in the future, but I will never see it because they've been removed from my radar. It's just like,
That's so crazy.
uh,
I saw a big thing. I'm trying to see what they're talking about. What was you gonna say, Lou?
we were talking about the committing to a platform,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The one like TikTok, I really am like, could be whatever, right? Like I go on there sometimes just to see what the people are searching for because I feel like it's not the same on Google anymore, but I can go look at what people are looking for on TikTok. So it is interesting for that. Instagram is hard for me to let go of because I do feel like that's where you can connect with a brand if that is a goal.
Yeah.
If that is a goal. Because you can tag them and stuff like that. And on YouTube, they're not like the social media manager, I don't think is like on YouTube that way. That's like to the content team. But the like influencer marketing person has got Instagram notifications on their phone so you can DM. So that's kind of really it
That
for
is
Instagram.
that
Other
is
than that, I'm like, I hate
facts.
being over here.
YouTube, the brands haven't figured out that YouTube is like Instagram but better because it can instantly
Yeah.
link back to the full video. Sorry, hiccups just came.
Mhm.
Um, I think
whiskey
they'll
again,
catch
huh?
it. No, I didn't even have any for a minute. The Wegovy is messing up my whiskey game. Yeah, it's really weird because the way you said it is 100% true. Like the brands still kind of live on IG, but they should be on YouTube. TikTok is just going through some puberty right now. It doesn't know what's going on. It's rapidly changing. Everything's moving around. It's like all over the place. And
Kind of like a tariff.
of course, when there's political upheaval, TikTok is either heavily political things or not that that's a bad thing, or it's like right now the thing on TikTok that crushes me is every 2 videos an ad or a live selling thing. And unfortunately, what's being live sold on there isn't big enough yet. So what happens is it goes plastic spin mop bucket, which has been out for 15 years, by the way. Plastic spin mop bucket, plastic spin mop bucket, plastic spin mop bucket, ice machine. Ice machine, ice machine, ice machine, ice machine. Tripod you can drop. Plastic mop bucket, iPod, tripod you can drop. Fake drone. I'm like, Timu just nutted all over TikTok. And it's doo doo. That's not live selling.
Yep.
Like, I can pull this thing up right now. I can get to video 4, and I will see a live stream of somebody selling one of the things that I just said.
And that's right. Like you don't have to be on every platform. Like you just don't have you can't be in every club all at once. You can't do it.
Caleb.
But this is the baby. Look at the baby.
His birthday's
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yep, their
So
birthday's
if
tomorrow.
there's like a place on the
I forgot
internet where you're
one.
not seeing
Magnetic
stuff
phone
that you
holder.
want,
That's the third
oh, that
video.
one.
Magnetic. I emailed Mary Lou and Asher, hey, do you know about these magnetic phone holders? Because I swear they keep coming up. It had
You
me
almost
intrigued.
got it.
Almost got me.
But you can be the thing on the platform that you are missing that
Yep.
you wish was on there if you're aggressive about it and you can keep your blinders on. I think that's where, because I that's kind of my move sometimes. It's like, well, let me aggressively be the content that I wish I could see, but then it's hard to keep the blinders on to the things that potentially are breaking you.
I agree with that. It used to be go be. I used to be like go be the person that you want to see,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like way back in the dating game, I used to tell my friends, go be the person that you want. Look, there it is. That's the tripod that you throw on the ground and it automatically shoots out. That was video number 6, people. Like it's predictable to the point where I just don't even open the app anymore because like I want to see funny shit. And if you put them every 20, cool. They're every 3. That was video number 6. I saw Caleb first, my homie. I saw one other homie, then an ad for the phone thing. You put your phone in the top and it can rotate. And then I saw another homie, the funny dude, Jake Jones, hilarious. And then the tripod. I'm like, TikTok. I can't even enjoy TikTok now because you're so. First of all, you're supposed to be an algorithm. You're supposed to know my profile. Every video I've ever posted on TikTok is about how to do this dopely. Why would I buy a $4 fucking tripod? If you looked only at my content that I've created, when would this guy ever buy a shitty plastic tripod? Yeah,
All it
bitch.
hears tripod. It doesn't hear shitty plastic. It just hears
Yeah,
tripod.
bitch. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm sorry. I have such weird things. Yeah, I'm with you. I pay for YouTube Premium so I don't watch ads. I really want TikTok Premium. Please let me just pay to turn that shit off.
Well,
Yeah,
and
and
the
I
other
think
thing
that's
That's
where
with,
free. Go ahead.
I mean, the thing with YouTube ads, paying a premium, I've noticed now watching shorts, I'm getting ads. It's like, why am I getting ads?
mm,
I don't get them. I don't get them on the normal channels, but I do get them in shorts. It's like aggravating.
Okay. I'm going to say
interesting.
something. Hot take.
Hot take.
Have you sent an email to YouTube?
Yes.
Please do. Thank you. Everybody do so. If that bothers you, please hit them up on socials. Because what happens is I watch all of these people, especially when it comes to the camera guys or Apple. This Apple's even worse. Oh, Apple didn't do this and this shit did this, whatever. I say, have you ever sent that information to feedback.apple.com? No. Well, then shut the fuck up. Because you're useless. You're not helping. Don't think that they heard you. Now, funny, because Raph just popped up. Raphael and Matt and all my other boys, they'll be like, Apple, if you're watching, please do such and such to Final Cut. The Final Cut team watches them because they're the prolific, Final Cut creators. So trust me, Luke and the guys in the Final Cut team are watching them. But there's other guys, you only made one Final Cut video and you're like, well, Apple needs to do blah, blah, blah. They don't know you exist yet, pimp. Send an email. There's an app you can put on your phone, feedback app. You can actually put on your freaking
Yep.
phone. And then you can just send them what you want, and it might happen. Brands and companies cannot fix what you don't tell them. You just like your wife sitting across from you, mad at you because you always put your socks on the couch, and after you do it 20 times, she go, "You always leave your socks on the couch." Always. I didn't even know you hated that. You never once said you was mad. You just did it begrudgingly, and then now you snapped. Don't make no sense. Communication is the key. I'm just checking the chat. Buy cheap, buy twice. There you go. Raph is in the building. This was good, man. We needed a little random therapy session for today. It's so good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, it was
what you
good.
working on now? What has your socks deeply popped right now?
Right now, it is fixing the office with the goal of three different filming setups in this room. I want one blank wall. I want one desk setup. I want one cozy corner chair, couch type setup. It can be done, but it's, you know, the step I'm at right now is excavating the things that don't need to be in here.
There you go. What about you,
Yeah,
Pete?
but that's my mission right now. How about you?
I'm weirdly in a space right now where this is funny. I have to really stop making excuses about batching and start batching. I didn't make a description for today. Wait, did I did it do that? I'll fix it. That's I normally would. My bots are fixed. However, Claude's memory is fallible, whereas ChatGPT has it. It knows what's up. So I have to double check that. That's funny. Mary Lou Mandel. Yeah, I really have to get my batching game up because the amount of I have a crazy amount of travel coming up. Like you thought I've been busy. Now, shit, your boy just turned on the jets. People at the lounge gonna be like, "Bitch, do you sleep here? I just seen you." I'll be like, "Listen, Miss Amex, just keep the coffee flowing." So I am home until June 8th, and then I'm off to Chicago. I don't even know. I gotta look. And then I'll be home for like a week, and then I'm off to I want to say
Idaho.
Boise. Yeah, thank you, Paul. Paul knows better than me. And then I'll come back home for about 4 days, and then I'm off to Tampa Bay. And then I'll come home and off to Japan. And then I'll come back. I'll be
Yay.
home for like 3 weeks and off to camp. It's
Here
crazy.
we go.
Your boy is about to get Oscar Mike. Oscar Mike.
How
It's crazy. I'm gonna
about
be
you,
so
Paul?
yeah.
What are you working
I got to
on?
get my batch game up.
I have a video that I'm scripting on. There's been this movie that I have been trying to figure out what the name of it is for like 2, 3 years, and it's all about dancing. And I don't. It's called High Strung Free Dance or something. And it's like I don't know why this is stuck in my mind, but I have been searching for this. On the way back from Boston on Friday, I was looking through Apple Music trying to find something to listen to kill the time. I'm thumbing through, and then all of a sudden, I don't remember doing this, but I have the soundtrack to that movie on my phone, and suddenly I now know the name of this movie. So I went to Amazon, downloaded it, and I watched it on the flight, and it was like I saw it in a whole different world. It was like this entire movie, even though it was about dancing and auditioning and all this stuff, it so relates to content creating that it's like it's crazy. So I've scripted out, and I'm going to hopefully today start recording this video talking about this movie and relating the characters and what they go through with what you as a content creator goes through when you're first starting out, or when you're like looking at your channel and kind of redoing it, which is one of the things that I'm doing. So that's what I'm working on now.
Ooh, that's
Have you
exciting.
guys seen the Stream Deck network thing yet?
Mm-mm.
Ye-
I'm about this life. Cause we kind of limited on USB ports, right? Stream Deck
Oh,
is
they have a new one out too now with spider keys.
yeah, they're coming out with a new product, and it's a Stream Deck network doohickey. It's called the Network Dock, not to be confused with me. And so you can slap this under your XL and then just use the Ethernet cable, and then you don't have to have it plugged in, via USB to anything,
Ooh, I like that.
right?
So how does that work?
So you plug the
So
Stream
it's now
Deck into the
it's
network dock, and you plug the network dock into the USB, and then on the keys you attach it to see right here 192.168.1.1. You can't be that, of course. That's your router 9 times out of 10. And if you really want to keep people from hacking your router, get rid of 192.168.1.1 and switch it to 10.10.something.something or 192.168.5 dot whatever. Don't leave it at 1.1. Easily hackable. Anyway, that just got nerdy. But you basically just plug it into Ethernet cable, so it can be anywhere. So like even
so
people
the
always
doc
say,
so your
go ahead.
so your Stream Deck is now on your network rather than connected to your computer.
Yeah, and that eliminates a USB port. And then also what's cool about it, the Stream Deck could be in the other room. So like Katie and I could be at the desk doing something, and like Paul and Caleb could be in the middle vestibule and switching the scenes and all of that stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Eden. So
I think
if
I
your router is
understand.
still stuck on 192.168.1.1, it's easily hackable because everybody knows to hunt there and start throwing passwords at it. And for your passwords,
Yep.
I would just go down top 5 K-pop groups plus your birthday and just run all the names against that, and then I'm in your router in seconds. Don't admit that I'm right because then I'll know the answer. Let's see who's BTS and which one is Eden's type. So yeah, it'd be too easy. It'd be way too easy. But yeah, super cool. I just wanted to make sure you guys see that. It's not fully out yet, but it is coming. See, it's coming through. It's coming through, right? It used to be like when I worked at
Do you guys
Apple
use
and people say, I can't get in my computer. I'll be like, what's your cat's name again? Oh, Maestro. You got kids? Yeah. Oh, how old is the first one? Uh, 46. Okay, so the Pascal is Capital Maestro 77. How do you know that? Your first kid's birthday and cat's name. Done. In. Oh my God, I was trying to remember this forever. Change your password. Please don't do that shit again. Like, there used to be an everyday conversation
Well,
at Apple.
my password changes every day. It basically is Doc's still a dick, day number, and then whatever date from when I first met him.
it's a good program.
That's a good program. No one's ever going to hack that one. What was you going to say, Lou?
Do you guys use the Stream Deck pedal and do you like it?
I do like it,
Like, do you
yes.
actually use it?
Yes.
Yes.
Stream Deck pedal is
Okay.
life.
All right.
A
Mostly,
That's
biggie
in
for me
my.
is muting.
yeah, mute button. That's basically what it is. Cough
Oh,
button,
Yep.
mute button. Brandon
good.
uses it to switch cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, easy.
Because it's 3 buttons? Is it
Yes.
3 buttons on
Three.
the Stream
Yeah,
Deck
it's
pedal?
three. A
Okay.
big one and two small ones
Yeah.
I
on the
see.
left and right.
All right.
But,
All
your
right.
feet don't touch the floor, so that might help you.
It might be a difficult. Well, I need a footstool, so it could be a dual purpose.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you could if you mount it upside down, you can hit it with your knee.
Oh, that's true. Pa! Just
Oh,
like
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
and this
ow.
like
Why did you touch that?
at that point we just get another Stream Deck, right? Uh, yeah, when in this new setup, I need like I'm gonna have one part that's standing because I do find myself I like am just sitting here for too long and my body gets broken and
I
I
don't.
can't
I know you've
I
been
can't do it.
busy. Have you been seeing
Hmm.
my? Where's the other one? I have the big one right here. I don't know what I do with the little one. Oh, I got the little one. Hold on, 1 second. I know you've been busy, but have you seen? Me and Penny became friends. I bought this, but have you seen this?
Ooh, yeah, I've been wanting to get one of those, but I haven't yet.
Yeah. So I came back and I'm not even gonna wait for Penny. I'm just gonna go get it. So
Yeah.
I got this one, and
Hmm.
I got the big girl. Ow!
Yes.
Right.
Ooh.
So the big girl is right here, and then I'm just gonna. I know you can't hear me. I'm gonna put the spider arm on here, and then use the little monitor doohickey, and that's gonna. And the light's already there, so I just pop the light on, And the, we have the rolling one in the office, but I thought this was better than rolling because for me, the rolling is still a little wide, but this I can just pick it up and drop it anywhere. You know what I mean? And the base is
Yeah.
heavy enough; it's really solid. And then a couple of super clamps with the arms. I'm actually, I have super clamps. I have like 5 of them. I think I'm going to try the ones from iFootage because they're supposedly stronger. Um, Either that, I'll go back to the old school legit Marshall. These aren't cheap, but the Marshalls will hold your soul. That's what you see in TV. Like they won't slip. Some of the small rig and some of the other ones, they can get a little slippy. But like I'm gonna try the iFootage one. If it's not as gangster, then I'll just give up and then spend an extra $40 and get a real deal Marshall Super Arm. That's where the terminology comes from. They're like
I
bomb.
like it. I think that's a good plan.
Yeah. And then it
You
done
got a
thing with
link
Like
for
a
that?
dream.
go.
You got a link for that?
I'll give you the iFootage one because it's like $100. If you see the price on the Marshall ones, y'all are gonna be like, "Doc told me it was so expensive, now I can get." I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't
Like I
even know.
have a dream with this setup is that I can actually film towards the desk because I have a whole side of the room that I cannot film facing. Like can't film facing. I choose not to film facing because it just makes me stressed out. So I've got like a curtain I'm gonna put up. I'm gonna, I got big work happening in here, but
I
it's
feel
exciting.
like I do not shoot enough at my camera. I mean, at my screen,
Mm.
right? So there's a whole
Yeah.
side of this room you never even get to look at. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not because it's like dope or special or something. I just feel like some of these guys, like, sometimes it'd be better just to switch up the look, right? It just kind of changes thing. And I don't know if that really
Yeah.
matters. I keep telling myself it does. I don't really know if it does. So I'm willing to
I
take
know
the
it's for
chance.
me.
Yeah.
Like I just want to change it up.
All
Yep.
right. All right. All right, brother. I will catch you. Um, I went to the Learning Floating
Hey, Gretchen.
Festival yesterday, by the way, because yesterday was Memorial Day. So I went to go to the water and do lanterns, and we put Karen's dad in the water, and then I put my dad
Mm.
in water. You know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall clamp. Okay, he said he's using the small rigs that toss me. I got the little small rig ones, but like the Marshall ones were the OGs. They're like really really strong. Manfrotto makes some really good ones too. The ones that are good, they have a hexagonal arm. Matthews, that's what I meant. Why did I say Marshall? I was thinking about.
Yeah, that's why I was like
I
Marshalls.
meant
What? But
Matthews. That's
Matthews,
why I'm
yes.
having a
Yeah.
malfunction. Thank you, June. My brother's a jerk.
Good job, June. We got there.
But you're saying Marshall Fox is big and heavy.
Yeah, I was completely mixing up Marshall and Matthews. Oh God, he can't even spell Matthews right now. Like he's having all kind of problems trying to get this out. Tthews. There we go.
I found an online typing course that might be of interest.
Dude, listen, ain't nobody thinking. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Mathellini. That's the other word I couldn't get to come out of my damn brain. But I'll show you made for clamp with a baby pen. These are what you see in actual riggings, and then you slap a pin in it, and then you can stick anything to it. But if Nee says the small rig ones are gangster enough, then small rigs are way cheaper. So don't even bother looking at a Mayfair. Most of what you guys are going to put on there isn't heavy enough to make a difference. So small rig or Nero will probably do you just fine. Like, and the small rig one's $24. Or here, I'm going to give you a Nero version. Because I've never thought about putting one on a motorcycle, but if it's strong enough to handle the motorbike, boom, it's in there. There you go. Use those, and then just get the arm. You can get the arm. The arm is like $20, or you can buy it as a set. Those are fine. No need to go crazy. Boom, But yeah, this thing is so good, Lou. Just to just take this magnetic camera thing, plop it somewhere, have the Amran attached to it if you need lighter, and then you're done. Like you're done. So, and then Rich, what I was saying earlier, maybe before you got here, everybody I see on the TikTok has this stuck to the phone. I think that's the dumbest use for it. You can hold it in your hand and walk away from the phone. Like you don't have to leave it there. And then you can start the video, slip it in your pocket real quick and be like, hey guys, welcome to my show. Today we're going to talk about Terry Black's barbecue and I have a copycat recipe that you're going to enjoy. Like, you know, I think it's so much, why everybody sticks it to the phone? Like, take it with you. It's like it can fit in your hand. You don't have to like leave it there on the phone. I just think it's hilarious.
So, okay, question about that device. Like, if you need to adjust the exposure and stuff, can you do that on the screen, or
Nope.
you still have to do that within the phone?
You still got to do it on the phone, which is why Black Magic Camera app is your friend.
That's where it's like, I think that might be the better way, is like a second phone using Blackmagic.
Here's the difference. $60. 1,200.
Well, like if you did have another phone, I guess,
got
like
two
you're
phones.
saying. Yeah.
So
Like,
one for the plug and one for the
I have
load.
my old phone.
Yeah. So I did a video last week about my overhead rig. It was filmed by none other than Paul Duncan. And it showed how I use my iPhone as an overhead with the iPad right here as the camera switcher. Because if you got Blackmagic Camera app on the iPad, I got two phones. Had the overhead phone and the phone looking at my face. And then you press record on the iPad. It records both phones at one time into the iPad. And then you can switch them like Ecamm. And I was like, this setup is fire for like just shooting around the crib. So if you got two phones and an iPad, which you do, Blackmagic Camera app is your friend.
I love
Super
that.
dope. I think it was I made it as a short, right, Paul? I don't know. Paul filmed it. I just edited it. It's so dumb.
Look.
When you crank so many videos now, you have no idea what video is what. That is tragedy.
That's my world. I'm like, I know I did
Tragedy.
something, but who knows where it is. All right, I got to scoot.
Yep, let's go.
We're doing adventures and catching up on work and all of that, but this was delightful. I'm so glad to see everybody, and I'm glad we get to catch up.
Yeah, I see what it is. I made the video. Oh, here it is. It's only 3 minutes. I'll send it to you guys. It says, awesome homemade. I don't know how I made an awesome product video set up with just two phones. I lied. I said just two phones because it's technically just two phones and an iPad. So let me post it real quick and then we out of here. Thank you, Lou. It was good to catch up. Thank you for being flexible today. Guys, we will get back to normal normal recording situation.
What's normal?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I just posted that link all wrong. Who gives a damn? Click the damn link.
We're going to get there eventually.
We'll get there. We'll figure it out. People, it's good in the hood. Enjoy yourself. Go create some content. Appreciate you. Thank you, Rich, for always being here. Mary Lou, Nee, all the rest of you guys. I meant to say Eden. I said Mary Lou. He's racist.
We are one.
I'm just mixing up Asian girls. Anyway, fam, I absolutely love you guys. Peace out. A-Town Stomp. Chee-hoo.